Alright everyone, this is Tuesday, and I thought since yesterday I started, this is my new classroom at Watbo. As you can see, it has about the same capacity as the other one, which is over that way up those stairs. But it is on the ground floor, so I don't have to climb the very narrow stairs. It also has some perks, like these posters with the ABCs and numbers, which the other one didn't have. And these are written in Khmer, because they do have Khmer classes here also. So yeah, I just wanted to show you. Show you around the new digs. Oh, why did she leave them notifications on? I don't know. But anyway, very optimistic. They have lots of chairs in the back there for extras, and hopefully we can fill all these seats up. You can donate and help make that happen. The bell is ringing 5 o'clock, so my students should be here shortly. But I just wanted to show you this. There's the outside. The main building is over there. That's where I was teaching. All right. Already got my things written on the board. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right. People have been asking, or at least one person asked. They asked me on my Facebook Messenger about retirement here. Not coming over to get a job, not teaching English, but retirement. There's a video online from a man he's been retired in Thailand for 18 years. I've seen his videos before. Retire Cheap JC is his channel name. And if you've ever thought about retiring in Thailand, that would be the channel to watch. He has some awesome information, really good videos, a huge following, a very nice, respectable gentleman. And he's always got interesting information, keeping up to date with all the latest news and things that people might want to know if they want to retire in Thailand. But the video I just watched that was sent to me by one of my subscribers is he's in a different state of mind. He was still respectful of the government, and the video wasn't made for self-promotion. He actually disabled the comments because his plea was to anybody within the Thai government with authority that could help with the situation going on over there. And that situation is simply making it so hard for people to live in Thailand as a retiree, with all the regulations and the amount of money you need. You know, in case you don't know, you need 800,000 baht. 800,000 baht in a bank account, in a Thai bank account. And you have to have that, at least that amount in your Thai bank account, and prove it every time you go to get your visa renewal. That's a lot of money. But in the meantime, they make it hard, because if you can't show that you've taken some of that money out to live on, then they automatically assume that you've been working, which is against the law there, just like it is here. And of course, it used to be every 90 days you would have to fill out a form there called a T28, I believe. You would have to go and report to immigration, you know, with your residency, whether it's the same one you've always been at or if you moved. So there was a 90-day reporting system, and now that's changed. And foreigners are getting fined heavily because they move into a place and their landlords are supposed to fill out this T30 form and send it to immigration, and they do not do that. And so the authorities find out, and they're actually fining and punishing the foreigners, not the landlords, over something that they have no control over, really. So the financial requirements are getting stricter. The reporting and the general gist I got out of that video was that they're getting very intrusive in your personal life there as a retiree in Thailand. They want to know all your movements all the time, getting kind of a weird vibe. And if you live in Thailand and that's completely not true, let me know. I'm just going by what I saw and my impressions of it. So I thought I could make a video about if you're living in Thailand, should you consider retiring and moving to Cambodia instead? Will it be any easier for you? And that kind of thing. If you're just in this part of the world to retire, just to live a nice, comfortable, inexpensive life for the rest of your days without too much hassle, then I would definitely recommend Cambodia. Because as of right now, the laws and rules change in this part of the world, you know, no matter which country you're in all the time. But the requirements for retiring here are still some of the easiest, I think, of any country. Because if you're 50 years or older, you can get a retirement visa extension. It's called an ER. That's good for up to 1 year. You can get a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, or 1 year. A little bit less than $300. And they'll ask you to sign a piece of paper saying that you're retired, you're not going to be working in Cambodia. And they'll ask for your thumbprints. And that's about as easy as it gets. You're good for a year. You don't have to report every 90 days somewhere. You don't have to have a certain amount of money in a bank account. You don't even have to open a bank account here if you don't want to. That's your choice. So it's one of these really easy processes. One of the easiest visa extensions to get, I think, in Cambodia, if you meet the requirements. Now, if you're not 50 years old and you don't plan on working, if you can prove that you have a source of income from your country for a certain amount, and I'm not exactly sure of the amount, but I believe it's either $1,500 or $2,000 per month, and you have some kind of proof. Maybe you're getting a pension, maybe you're getting, you know, an SSI check, maybe you sold a business. But if you can prove you have the ability to provide for yourself financially while you're here, then even if you're not 50, you'll be able to get the ER extension. Now, if you're not 50 and you don't have any proof of your income, that's a different matter. That's going to require some shady underground stuff. You're going to have to come up with some extra money, find the right people. And I'm not going to tell you to do that because you could be breaking the law, but I will say it's possible to get that done. Let's just put it that way. So what's the main difference, I think, between Thailand and Cambodia? I think it's the cost of living, I think, from what I've heard. I've never lived in Thailand, but I watched a lot of videos in different parts of Thailand. and I have for a long time. And I know people who live in Thailand or who have lived in Thailand. And in my personal opinion, the cost of living here in Cambodia is cheaper. It's a lot less expensive. Rent might be comparable. I think rent might be about the same. But things like food and, you know, if you want to go out and have a few beers, if you smoke, you know, you can get smoothies for $1. You can get a bunch of bananas, like a whole bunch, for like 75 cents or something. It's really cheaper over here. And I'm not saying you have to live as meagerly as possible, but I am going to say it is possible if you want to. And I'm not advocating this kind of lifestyle, and I'm not suggesting anybody do it. But I'm saying, for somebody who's not getting a lot of money every month, if you wanted to, you could live in a town like Siem Reap anyway. You could live on $600 a month or less very easily. Wouldn't be that difficult. You won't get a lot of extras with that. You won't be able to do a lot of things you might want to, but as far as all your basic living needs, and still being able to go out and have a few beers now and again and have a good time and things like that, that's very possible, very doable. Not that difficult. Now, with that being said, Thailand has made a lot of advances in recent years that Cambodia has not. So even though the cost of living may be less expensive, your style of living may be decreased by a bit, because Cambodia is not as advanced, infrastructure-wise, technology-wise, as Cambodia has not advanced in those areas as quickly as Thailand has and continues to do so. I think Thailand is a little more modern. It is open to, at least open to outside help to get it to continue to grow and advance in these areas. And that's always a good thing. Cambodia is more, they're very independent. They don't like a lot of outsiders, outside countries coming in telling them what to do, kind of thing. So there are advancements being made here, but they're slower. And some people might see that as a negative, but I see that as one of the reasons why prices continue to stay down for the most part. Hello. So there are some things you will have to trade off if you're considering one or the other. And of course the ultimate decision will be on you, if depending on the lifestyle you want, what your goals are. You know, there's a lot of things to do here in Cambodia. You could, like I've lived in Siem Reap. I've been to 2 other cities in Cambodia in the almost 2 years I've been here, but I never run out of things to do here. There's always something to do, something going on. You're going to find your favorite spots, your favorite places, your favorite restaurants, things like that. You're going to make new friends, and all that is going to be good for you. We got meat here. Yeah. So I can't tell you for sure. I can't say I think you should definitely leave Thailand and come to Cambodia. But I just wanted to give you a perspective of somebody who has lived here. Now I will admit that I work here and I teach here. So I'm not exactly a retiree. But I can tell you I do have days where I don't teach at all. And I don't really get bored. I don't ever have to think, I don't want to go out today because there's nothing to do, because I'm always finding things to do. There are still parts of this town I have not seen, and I've lived here, like I said, for almost 2 years. There are still areas of the town I haven't been to. So there's lots to do, and if you get bored of one city, nothing is stopping you from moving to another city. That's the other good thing. There are no outrageous income qualifications you have to have. If you got the money for the first month's rent and deposit, you can move into any building that will have you. Now when you move in, you will have to, some of the regulations are like Thailand, you will have to give your passport to the landlord. He will make a copy. But then it's between him and immigration. You're not going to get, at least as far as I've experienced, you're not going to get a knock on your door asking any foreigners to show their passport or get a huge fine. They usually come around to the landlords and ask the landlords, how many foreigners do you have living here? And we need to see copies of their passports. That's usually how it goes, like once a year in all these towns. I mean, sure, and there's always a chance as a foreigner in any foreign country, you can be stopped by the police at any time and be asked to show your papers. Well, that's never happened to me. So I will leave it up to you to make up your own mind, but from watching that video, I understand that there are just a lot of frustrated people living in Thailand right now. Retirees, foreigners who are there, and they feel as if they're almost being pushed out. Like the government won't say we don't want you here, but the feeling is they're not wanted anymore in the country, even though they spend a significant amount of money there every month. You got to figure, even if you only spend $1,000 a month in a country, you're still spending way more than the average local person, because they don't even make that much. So it would seem like they would be doing things to, as was pointed out in that video, they would do things to try to keep the people who are helping the economy. But instead, it feels as if they are, like I said, most people, well maybe not most, but a lot of people, and there's a growing number of people who feel that it's just not worth it anymore with all the requirements and all the hassle, almost as if they just are not wanted in Thailand any longer. So I did want to make this video to let people know that Cambodia is an option. In my opinion, it's the better option and the less expensive option. And you can certainly, if you've been in Thailand at all, you'll acclimate to the weather here quickly. Same weather, same kind of weather patterns and everything. You don't have to worry about making a huge adjustment to your lifestyle. Like I said, some things may not be as advanced yet, but all the important things are in place. The things you actually need to live and live comfortably. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I thought since one of my subscribers brought it up and he asked for my opinion, I would give it, and that is my opinion. So do with that what you will. Do some research. I have a whole bunch of videos talking about cost of living and things like that down below. Also down below are links. You can get a copy of my book, Live in Cambodia, a guide for living in the Kingdom of Wonder. It does go through everything in detail, including cost of living for teachers and people who want to retire here. All the visa information is down there. All your important links to resources are down there. All the visa requirements are in there as well. And there's a link you can pick it up as an instant download. So check that out. Also, all the rest of my links are down below to my social media, my blog, roadto1000.siterubies.com. If you like my channel and want to donate, that button is also down below, and I really do appreciate it. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, that'll do it for this one. I'm over here at Wabo, about to go in there and teach for the day. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one.